Okay, so it's smoking all my dragons, divine righteous, almighty greats, overachieving, never slacking. And I got a I got a reaction video. What's the dumbest thing an American has ever said to you? Woo. So let's see what they got to say. Original link is in the description. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe, hit that notification bell. Show love to that super thanks. And let's hop right into this one.
I'm kind of curious. What is the dumbest thing an American has ever said to you?
So I am Italian and I go to college in the US. I was on a phone call with my advisor to schedule my classes for spring semester, okay? So at some point he goes like, "Wait, you're Italian. I love Paris. I've been there a few years ago." And I told him, "Yeah, I love Paris too. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful place. I've been there a few years ago too." And he goes like, "I also took some French classes in high school too." And I was like, "Yeah, French.
Oh
Yeah,
man.
I know French because I studied it at school." And he goes like, "Wait, you studied it at school?" And I goes like, "Yeah, I studied it because in Italy we don't speak French and Paris isn't in Italy. So yeah, that's it. In Italy we speak Italian. In the capital of Italy is Rome." And he goes like, "Oh my god, how could I forget?" Man.
What is the dumbest thing an American has ever said to you?
Excuse me, why do you speak Spanish? Well, a lot of my friends speak Spanish, so I decided to teach myself. It's not hard. You don't look Mexican. I'm not. I'm black. Wait, so you're black?
You got some ignorant people out here. You got some ignorant people out here. To be honest with you, him even saying though, um, wait, let me rewind. Let me see exactly what he said.
I'm black. Self. It's not hard. You don't look Mexican. I'm not. I'm black.
Yeah, you got a lot of Afro Mexicans out there. So so-called black, Mexicans out there.
Wait, so you're black and you speak Spanish? And your English seems okay. Yes, black people can learn other languages. I mean, like, I guess, but, like, it doesn't make sense that you speak Spanish if you're not Mexican.
What is the dumbest thing an American has ever said to you?
Alright, so I had an American girl message me on Instagram the other day expressing how she's keen for marriage and whatnot. I wasn't interested for multiple reasons, so I thought the easiest and nicest way to let her down would be to state the obvious fact that we're from different countries. So I told her, "You're from America, I'm from Australia, it's probably not gonna work." And she had the audacity to say, "It's okay, I can sponsor you." Sponsor? Bitch, what? Do they not teach Americans that there's other countries in the world where people are living happily? Not all of us are chasing that American dream. Our kangaroos in Australia are more civilized than your people, and our spiders are nicer than your people. Why would I want to move to America? Sponsor?
I'm kind of curious. What is the dumbest thing an American has ever said to you?
So I'm travelling in Australia, I'm in a hostel in Brisbane, and there's this American couple. I ask them where they're from, they tell me they're from Alabama. I'm like, "Oh my god, that's amazing, I've never been to America." And they're like, "Oh really? But America's so close to Jamaica." And I'm thinking, what? And I say, "Oh well, I'm not from Jamaica." "Oh well, sure you are, you sound Jamaican to me." And I was like, "Well, I'm actually from Wales." And the girl looks at me and she starts giving me a glare. I'm like, "Oh god, what have I said? Like, have I offended them in some way?" And they're like, "You can't say you're from a fake country, that is so offensive." And I'm like, "Well, Wales is a real country." "No, it's not, it's an animal." I'm like, "No, it's a real country. Who do you think Charles is? Queen Elizabeth's son, like, he's Prince of Wales." "Oh yeah, he's Prince of the Animals. Everybody knows that he owns all the whales in the world."
I'm kind of curious. What is the dumbest thing an American has ever said to you?
There was a Haitian kid in my class and they said, "Hey Biko, you're from Kenya, they're from Haiti, so y'all both from Africa, right?" Someone said I don't count as African American because my family is from Africa and I was born in America. I've had someone legitimately tell me, if they didn't want to be slaves, why didn't they fight back? Once people found out that the darker the color, the more heat it absorbs, it was pretty much over for me every summer because someone was going to call out the fact that, "Oh, you're really dark, so you must be really hot right now." People ask me if I speak African a lot. No matter what the athletic accolade I get,
You know how many languages are in Africa? Like, you'll be surprised with all the accolades people have, all the degrees and all the, the just all this stuff, the papers and the whatever. Like, you'll be surprised how ignorant people are because being educated does not equal intelligence, guys.
Someone is gonna say it's because I'm black. No, seriously, they're just gonna be like, oh, you're dark skinned. Of course you're the fastest on the team. Okay. Stupidity is in no way a specifically American trait, but when Americans do it, damn, they do it well.
I'm kind of curious, what is the dumbest thing an American has ever said to you?
I once flew from London to Houston, and when I got to the border, the TSA agent took my British passport, my return ticket to London, and then proceeded to ask me, where did I learn how to speak English? And when I kind of said, England, she said, oh, you guys speak English out there too?
I'm kind of curious, what is the dumbest thing an American has ever said to you?
I live in Arizona, and I graduated high school here. But one of my first days in high school, this girl sat next to me in English class. She was like, "Oh, where you from?" And then I tell her I'm from Denmark, and she's like, "Oh, isn't that in Chicago?"
Curious, what is the dumbest thing an American has ever said to you?
Oh my god, I can make a lot of these because I studied in the US as a non-American for like a year, so I've heard a lot of crazy shit, but here's one of them. So I was with a group of Americans and we were discussing whether or not we had seen a celebrity in public yet, because we were in New York, and sometimes in New York you can just see like Zendaya walking around the street. And I had just gotten there, so I had not seen a celebrity yet, so I was telling them how in Prague that doesn't happen. But then I told them that I had seen a famous Czech YouTuber walking around my neighborhood once, and this girl was like, wait, Czech YouTuber? I don't get it. And I was like, what do you not get? And she was like, does he make videos in Czech? And I was like, yeah. And she was like, how does he do that? YouTube is in English. And I was like, no, it's what? And she was like, yeah, like the videos on YouTube are English because YouTube is in English. Hello, it's for English speakers. And I was like, I had to explain to this girl that most of YouTube is not in English and that like the whole world uses YouTube in their own language. She was still confused.
I'm kind of curious, what is the dumbest thing an American has ever said to you?
When I was a senior in high school, I was a teacher assistant for one of the U.S. history classes. And let me tell you, some interesting things were said by those students. My favorite being this. We were discussing whether or not Puerto Rico should become an actual state and not just a territory of the United States. We're having a perfectly good conversation until this one girl raises her hand. And her question was, but if we make Puerto Rico a state, where would we put it? A few moments go by and me and the teacher are looking each other in the eye and we're just like, oh my god. And then she kind of takes a moment and goes, oh, and we're like, thank God, like she figured it out. No, her response was, we could just put it where Rhode Island is. No one cares about Rhode Island.
I'm kind of curious, what is the dumbest thing an American has ever said to you?
So I'm Mexican, and I was working in Tulum. One day I was talking with this girl, and she said to me, I really wanted to visit Mexico in Cinco de Mayo to see your Independence Day. Sorry, what? Yeah, Cinco de Mayo, your Independence Day? Oh, actually our Independence Day is on September 16. Don't lie to me, I know South American history and I know that Mexico Independence Day, it's on Cinco de Mayo. Well, actually no, Mexico's North America. And you can Google that, actually, you can see that Mexico's Independence Day is on September 16. Oh my god, you have Google? Yes, why? I mean, I'm really...
People, it's like technology just thinks for people. Excuse me. Technology just thinks for people now. Like, it's...
really surprised that you can speak English and use Google.
I'm kind of curious, what is the dumbest thing an American has ever said to you?
Oh, I was made for this. Okay, so when I first moved here, I was in 6th grade, and I was getting enrolled to this middle school, and I was meeting up with the assistant principal. And basically, she asked me from where I was from, and I'm like, oh, I'm from Colombia, like I just moved here. And then she's like, oh my god, really? So do y'all live in trees and eat alligators for breakfast? Last time I remember, I was living in a very nice house, eating pan de bono with some chocolisto, but that's fine.
I'm kind of curious, what is the dumbest thing an American has ever said to you?
So I was an exchange student in the US and I would randomly get asked by questions. And then one time I said I was Asian because Philippines is in Southeast Asia. And then they literally said, Philippines is in Asia? I thought it was in Europe. Girl. And then one time I was in the bus, I got asked, do you have school? Do you have farm animals in the Philippines? Do you know what an iPhone is? Girl, what do you think of some sort of a different planet? Like, this is why you need to go to school. God.
What's a piece of information that you learned that feels illegal to know?
If you have like 6 months to spare and you email IKEA and be like, hey, I think I'm missing a piece of this table set, slowly, one by one, piece by piece, month by month, you get that table for free.
What's one really bad thing you did as a child that you kept secret for your entire life and didn't tell nobody?
I have too many of these, okay? And a lot of them involve my grandma's house.
Okay, so I think that's the end of that. I think I should add on mine. When I was camping a long time ago with my friend, his mother, because I'm half Nigerian, his mother goes, I don't want to, and I'm like in 5th grade. She's like, I don't want to, I don't want to come off a certain way, but do they still burn people in Africa? Imagine being in 5th grade, ask something like that, but like I said, man, I'm going to end this video by saying, just because someone's educated does not mean they are intelligent. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe, hit that notification bell. People.